Hi everybody, here I am again. I'm having a yap again. It might upset a certain person in the comments. I don't know what's wrong with the bloke, but I'll tell you about it in a minute anyway. As I said before, in the last video, I was on about this drill that I bought from the boot sale, and I said I'd just let you have a quick peek look at it. So here it is. Well, here it is, guys. My £5 Black & Decker drill. What was the proper drill for this actual drill press? There's the chuck, and I'll tell you what, it looks brand new, and it is solid. I'm trying to move it, nothing. And in the top, as you can see, there is an actual indentation where the bolt screws into the back of the actual casing of the drill. So that ensures that it's going to be dead, sort of central. And even down the bottom that it fits flush. In this bit, there were two little holes in there, but it's because there's a screw that screws into the actual casing, and that's what it's for, so that it allows that to sit flat on the actual thing. But the drill, I mean, look at that. That is solid. It's not wobbling either side to side or anything. And I am really chuffed with this drill. For a £5. I mean, listen to it. No messing with that, mate. But anyway, thought I'd show you guys. I did tell you I would let you have a quick peek at it. Let's get back to the comments. Well, what do you think, folks? Not bad, eh? I'm happy with that. Anyway, let's start off this video with the usual yap, chatter, whatever you want to call it. It's a thank you from me, really. I like to start them off like this. Just as thank you for all your nice comments, and people ask me questions in the comments, but I find it sometimes, I do answer them, but sometimes I find it easier if I talk face to face with you, But anyway, thanks to all the new subscribers, of course, and hope you all enjoyed what I do. Hope it helps you all. Let's just start off. Nice comments received by these usual people here. A few different ones as well. Weston Ward, I think it's Weston. I think he spelled the name a bit different on the actual thing, but I'll say Weston. I hope I'm right, mate. Keith Edmonds, Jeff Reck, Toys and Wheels, Rick Richards, Rick's Diecast Workshop, Tommy Flying At, again, Paul McCormick, sorry, Brian Stovers, he's always leaving nice comments. He's a nice guy from Thailand. Oh, by the way, look, I've shaved my head, Brian, is that alright? Is that better? I forgot this bit down here though, so that's someone else for you to moan about now. Barry Bakewell, Constantino Rizzi, Steve Adams 96, Ian Bradnick, Dixie Satellite, that's a new one, and Steve Holden. Thanks all of you for all your nice comments you've been making on the videos. Plenty of others, as I always say, I can't read all of them out, but no doubt your name will get mentioned sooner or later in one of the videos. Anyway, I just want to say, Danny's Diecast Disasters, he left my link in his channel again. He's just done, I'll tell you what, he's done a really good job of it as well. It's one of them, the little mini with the surfboards on the top, that funny old colour one. It's a very hard colour to do that, and he managed to mix it up perfect. Because he's got like the old spray thing, he mixes his own paint. And he does a lot of this aged stuff as well, it makes it look rusty and got dirt on the wheels, and does all this dioramas. It's really good, you gotta watch what he does. I'd done one a couple of years ago, but I couldn't get the paint right, so I got a mate who got a body shop, and he mixed up a bit of spray paint for me, a little tiny bit, in his spray gun, and he was spraying a car at the time, a real car, but he mixed a little bit up in his spray gun, and he sort of done it for me, sprayed it the proper colour, because I couldn't find the spray paint anywhere for it, and it didn't come out too bad, I got it finished. But I was well impressed with how he managed to get the actual colour for that car. It was a very awkward colour to do that one. Anyway, other nice comments here. AD UK. Oh, he's been watching the shed tour. Thanks, Bob. Very interesting. Gives us all the insight how I use the space. Well, yeah, it's only a little space, as Ian said. Ian Hulley, he said it's like a TARDIS. It is like a TARDIS, really. There's more in here than what you realise, you know. I mean, it looks small, but there's plenty enough room here for what I do. He likes the homemade spray booth a lot. Good job done there. Oh, and I'm right about Marty's Matchbox. He gets quite a few Christmas days a year because he gets loads of stuff sent to him, doesn't he? All his unboxing videos. I mean, he'd have to open up a warehouse in a minute to put all this stuff in, I think. He's glad to see that I've had some stuff sent to me. Well, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm glad as well because I was running out of stuff a bit back on. At least I got a bit to go on with now. Robert Sterling, great resto on the bubble car. Colour looked great. Thanks for the shed tour. Good idea on the paint booth. Glad you got it done. Look forward to seeing your videos being catching up on the earlier ones. I like the idea of a year in review of the wrestles. Yeah, after Christmas, because I ain't doing no videos during Christmas period. I'm going to just do like a video showing, not a restoration video. I'll just do a quick video showing, you know, what people's sent me in. Probably a few of what I've done myself as well, what I've had, and show you, you know, the outcome, the final outcomes of them, like what they look like. Pimp my diecast. Yeah, good bloke this. He sent me some drill bits. And he sent me one of them experimental cars as well. But I've had to order a windscreen for that. So I'll be doing that one in the future. He sent me the roll plug type drill bits. I yet to try them out. So I'm looking forward to try that on one of my restorations. Paul Power. Bob, keep us happy over the festive season. Make a quick year review. Yeah, well, as I just said, I'm going to do that, Paul. The Fokker, not with a U, I know. The Fokker is in the aircraft. 03. Nice one, Bob. He had one in orange. He don't know what happened to it, the old bubble car, but he liked the old restoration on that. John Andrew, thanks for the tour. Nice to see your little setup. He's got a little workshop very similar apparently, so he enjoyed the video on the old bubble car. Paul Floyd, nice job, Bob. What paint did I use for the bumpers? Well, as I've said many times in the videos about the paint, Paul, it's that Molotov. I do say it most times. I don't know if you must have missed it. Yeah, Molotov paint, mate. That's the best for the bumper because it's like a proper chrome finish. Rudy Garcia, it's like a Fabergé egg. Yeah, I suppose it is like a bit of one of them, isn't it? Like, it's a funny old shape, isn't it? The old bubble car. Cricket Bat 09, you are smart to use spray cans with great results. Why bother having to keep cleaning an airbrush? Exactly, yeah, that's the way I look at it, mate. I don't want to keep using, you know, airbrushes and having to wash all that out all the time. If I want to do something different, if I'm doing 2 restorations, I've got to keep cleaning the spray gun out, am I? But at least with a can, I'll just pick a different can up and, well, it's done, isn't it? David Legault, can you do a Corgi 314 Ferrari? Funny enough, David, I can, because one of my subscribers who sent me a pack of cars, thankfully, there is one of them in there. And I got a mate in Cornwall who has actually sent me one of the parts for it, which you can't buy, you know. It's the in the back of the engine bay, there's a tyre that goes in the back, and this one had it missing. But a mate of mine in Cornwall sent me one up. He had a spare one in these bits box. So now I've got the complete car, I can actually do it. So in the future I will be doing that one. John Moore, colour looks great with the red interior. He likes a spray booth. Looks like you got lots of bits and pieces in my shed. I'll have to upgrade to a bigger one soon. Cheers, John. Yeah, I can, John. I mean, this one here, this is bigger. I did have a smaller shed than this in this area in my garden, but this is the biggest size shed I can get here. I mean, the roof could be a bit higher because I'm always banging my bloody head. Every time I'm in and out the door, I'm banging my head out. God, I wonder I ain't got a mark across there because I'm always banging my head on that bit where the door's shut up. So it could be a bit higher, really. It's alright standing up in the middle part, but when I get to the end, I've got like I've got this stuff up here. That I don't know if I can put it down a bit. I don't know if you can see that stuff there. It's like stuff you lagging you put around pipes, and on the sharp edges, I've pushed it around the sharp edges so I don't bang my bloody head on the shed, you know, because it, you know, what does my head in? What does my head in? Exactly, it does exactly that. Yeah, it does my head in. Muddy Fox 4x4. Hi Bob, we bought an HSS dormer drill bit for an engineering company in the Midlands. Works pretty well. You can email Cromwell Tools, Kennedy, to find out best. Yeah, I ain't got round to that yet, mate. I was going to have a look for that. Simon Gambling, loving your channel. Very relaxing watching these, especially when feeling low. I've just got my first model to restore, but was wondering whether you could show how to put the rivets back into it. I've showed that, I don't know how many times. I don't know, you must have missed it. I think I sent you a link to one of my other videos of how to put the police van, that's it. Yeah, I did tell you to watch that one, didn't I? I think you've watched it now. Tip Callier. Hi Bob, love the new spray booth. Great idea to make it out of a plastic tub. Yeah, well I did see somebody else on YouTube use one, but I think they used like a fish, you know, the old fish trays they have in the market, and it was only about that sort of narrow, and he had that as a spray booth, and I thought, well, that's not deep enough surely. So I've got a proper, you know, bigger, a thicker one, if you know what I mean, a more depth in it. Sir Squally Wally. I like that name, Squally Wally. Bob, all these restorations are sure grand. Do you display these when you're finished? Love to see it if you do. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm going to show you all like an update video of what ones I've done. Because I've made boxes for some of them, and my mate in Cornwall sending me up a box for the one in this video. Hopefully I can show it at the end of this video, so when it gets to the end, don't switch off right away, because I might have a little bit on the end showing you it in the box. If it's not there, then it's not there, but hopefully I'll have it by then. Oh, this is what I was on about yapping. I don't know what the problem with this bloke is here. It's the only one. I don't know if it's the one that keeps leaving the thumbs down. It might be. I don't know. I'm not going to blame that on him in case it's not him. But it's not Mikey. He's called. He watched a Scrapyard Batmobile video, and I can't understand this because it says only thing that ruins your videos is all the talking. Whoa. You don't have to listen to me talking. I've told loads of people, you know, well, not loads, there's only like one or two. I mean, I think this is the second one. There's that French bloke, wasn't it, was moaning about me yapping, because I suppose he can understand, so fair enough. But I mean, this bloke can understand. All he got to do is run it forward. But the way he says this is like he don't want me talking when I'm doing the video. Well, how am I supposed to explain to people how to do things if I can't talk? What's the point of doing a silent movie in this day and age? I mean, I can't understand that bloke at all. I did tell him. I said, well, don't watch me. Don't watch. You know, go and watch another channel. If you don't enjoy it, don't watch it. Yeah, but beats me. Ian Hulling. Hi Bob, what a fantastic job, sir, you've done to my Cortina. Yeah, that was his Cortina that he sent me, that blue thing, and it's come out the red at the end. I think it's one of your best restorations to date, considering what you started with. Glad you have got the drill sorted out. He's going to send me another treat around Christmas. Oh. Ian, you spoilt me enough already, mate, with all the ones you sent me. But I'll look out for it. You know, I'll keep my eye open for it. Be a surprise, whatever it is. Nice little surprise Christmas present. Don't do yourself a disservice. You are a highly skilled craftsman and should take compliments better because you deserve them. Have a great weekend, mate. All the best, Ian. Thanks, Ian, for that. Highly skilled. Well, that's putting me up there a bit, isn't it? I wouldn't have thought that. I think all this is common sense, really. I mean, I don't sort of run myself down, but I mean, anybody can do it. It's just put your mind to it. It's all common sense. Paul Power, Biscuit Man again. You always get one negative view, Bob. I think we have to send you some glasses or something. Oh, because I don't know, but my eyes aren't the best. I've got glasses here, what I can use, mate. I'm alright. I do go to the opticians, so no worries on that front. Good news on the bench drill setup. The workshop is slowly getting fully equipped. Actually, you saying that, I said to my missus the other day. Yeah, yesterday it was. I said, I've been looking at the these Dremels on Amazon, and because I've always wanted a proper Dremel. See, I mean the one I got here now, this one, this thing here was Parkside. It was a cheap one down Lidl's. It only cost like 17 quid for the whole kit. I mean, it's a good little tool, but I noticed that I've only had this about 3 months, and I had it on the other day, and it was going like fast and slow, like, and there was plenty of charge in it. So I put the old charger in, plugged it in again, and come back 5 minutes later, and it was alright again. So I don't know if it's on its way or what, but I mean the switch is already packed up on the back. I put that one in myself. I had one of those little crappy little dinky type switches, little tiny, rubbishy type switch. This is from a car dashboard. This one, I always keep things like that, from parts I buy and all that if I don't use it. But it works right. I wired it in, took it all apart, and wired this one in myself. But he works better with this switch because it's a more heavy duty one. But I don't know if he's packing up or what. And I said, I want one of these Dremels. I said, I'm going to order one. But I thought I'd better ask you first. And she said, nah, you don't want to buy one of those. And I thought, why is she saying that? And I said, well, yeah. I said, because I do need one. I showed her, like, on the old Amazon page. I said, yeah. I said, that's why I'm going to get that there, like, No, she said, you don't want to get that. And I said, well, why not? I said, yeah, I'm going to get it. No, she said, don't go getting that. She said, I've got you one already. And I said, what do you mean you got me one? Because she's one of these people that likes to get Christmas presents all early and all that. She's done all her Christmas shopping. She's done it in bloody, February, end of February, March. All her presents are all bought already. Apparently she bought me one. So she said, you can have it now if you want. So I said, cheers. Thanks, darling. You're so kind, and lovey-dovey and all that. Yeah, she bought me one already. It's a cordless one. So yeah, I'll show you it in the next video. I am opened it. Yeah, I'm going to open it later. So I'll let you see it when I start using it. It'll probably be in the next video because this video here, I've finished all this video already. I'm just putting this on the front now. So yeah, anyway, the Ford console, as Paul Power is saying, that the Ford console is simply outstanding. When all you had was a shell, the wheels really do set it off, along with the side detailing. 5-star from me, Bob, and along with the others that await the next video. Tea and biscuits and a smile this way yet again. The chubby face is really the camera lens. Yeah, thanks, mate. HK Monaro. For some reason, HK Monaro, you've outdone yourself. Or yeah, Bob. Cracker Resto, do you have any plans to do any more boxes like the mini one? Yeah, well, I was looking at your comment, and for some reason I can't answer it on YouTube. It doesn't come up anywhere on my thing. It comes up on the email, but I can't find it in the actual list. So I've had to answer it now. Here, I said, well, yeah, I will, but I'm answering you now. I will be doing another box. Hopefully for the one on this video. I won't be showing you how I've done it, but, you got the idea in that other video what I've done. The last one here now, Opa, Scott, on the old Cortina. Killer job on that car, Bob. You always make them look like brand new. Thanks for the shout out, my friend. Can't wait to see some of them cars I sent you under your artistic hand. Thanks, Scott, and good luck on your restos as well. You do great stuff, as I've said. And well, that's about it, really. I'm trying to chop these. I've still gone on 18 minutes now. That bloody old yap. But I've been trying to chop these comment bits down a bit because people will get bored with it eventually. I can see it coming. But anyway, that's enough for now. any comments I missed, I will be doing in the next video after this. So thanks everyone for watching again. Let's get on with this video here. So long for now. Okay then, here we go. This is another one kindly sent in by one of my subscribers by the name of Paul Billett. Thank you for this one, Paul. As you can see, it's, well, obviously somebody's tried to make it look like a Herbie car. I've put a wheel on the top. There wasn't one on there before. There's a boot missing, but you know, you can get them, you know, repro ones. So this needs quite a bit of work by the looks of it. So if you haven't noticed yet, it's meant to be the East African Safari Corgi car. So anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, here we go. This is the project for this video. It's Corgi 256 East African Safari, and as you saw on the old turntable, it was a bit of a mess, but it's still a bit of a mess now. There's no boot on it for the engine. The glass is looking a bit, you know, I'm hoping that's going to come out. I'm not sure. I've tidied up the actual top. I put a tyre. I found a tyre and put on it, an old tyre. Got that working again so we can work the steering. Because I have had this open, I've took it apart already, and because I took these mud guards out now, they were all glued in. Oh, they was covered in bloody old glue stuff, and I'm trying to paint them over. I'm gonna have to put a bit of a gloss paint on these in a minute and let they go for so long, and you know, hopefully tidy them up a bit. But anyway, this one here, I don't know if you've ever seen in pictures of it, but you got a rhinoceros with it. But this here rhino, it's not the original one. So I found that one in the boot sale. Mate, he give me like a load of animals for 25p. So I thought, well, you know, at least it's better than nothing, you know. It's supposed to be charging, like, you know, like going for the old thing, like, but I don't know. I thought, well, for display's sake, at least it's better than nothing. So we're going to use that as our Corgi Rhino. Anyway, apart from that, let's just take it to pieces and get on and restore this thing. See what bits we got here. So if I get my I'm never organised. I'm gonna have to get my screwdriver. Right, here we go. Got my screwdriver. Let's take this thing apart. There we go. Get my bloody fingers like tits in there. There we go. Let's get this thing undone. Yeah, I'm not happy with these screws in this one. I think something's gone wrong somewhere, and they've not quite, because the posts weren't that great on this one. For putting screws in, they're a bit big for the posts, like the screws, and I might have ruined it that way. So I'm going to use rivets anyway. Now the base plate, as you can see, is very shiny. That is because I actually did have a go at cleaning this up a bit. There's a bit of gunk on there, needs to come off, but there's no paint on this base plate anyway. It's not meant to be painted. It's just meant to be like, there's a bit of gunk on there as well. Now that's come off. That it's just meant to be just polished up really, so we haven't got to really do anything with that. Now I'll take these pieces out here. The wheels come out like this. Quite simple. A lot of these are all the same. The old driving school car. That one there's come out with the actual pin nut. Don't lose these pins, whatever you do when you take one of these apart. Don't lose them, otherwise you're going to have to make some, because they don't sell them. You probably could make some with a couple of little tacks, you know. So, you know, I wouldn't worry it wouldn't be the end of the world, put it that way, if you did lose them, because a couple of tacks, cut the heads off and use that, you know. That there's got to be just, well, it's a bit of a clean up really. It's not too bad. I have got the parts for this one now. As you can see, I've got the boot, which has been delivered. Steering wheel's already there. The boot is there, look, that's already come, and I've cleaned that up already. I couldn't resist it off camera. It was annoying me. I was doing another video and that the parts come through from Flowers, and I thought, well, I've got to do it. That pin drops out. I don't even know what the point of that is. I don't know. And this here just pulls out like this. And that's with all these driving school cars. They go through the hole like that. They go in one way like that, and they turn. Once you get them in there, if I get the bloody thing in there, get in. You turn it like that, and then this piece here, it's got a flat edge on one side. And when you put it back together, you make sure that piece there is on the front, facing forward, and it'll only go in one way in the thing, see, like that. And that's what does the old turning. But if you can remember that, I hope I can. And then the glass just pops out. There you go. Headlights on this one, that. No drilling needed. They'll just pop out through the front. You'll probably push them out with your nail actually, because they're not that tight. Yeah, they are actually coming out. Actually, if I keep saying that actually word again, don't I? Doesn't matter with me. I use the end of a brushlet. Just pop them out like that. They're coming out quite easily, that. There's one. Let's pop the next one out. Saying that, he don't want to come out. He's in there on it. He will bloody come out though. By hook or by crook, he says. Get the heavy gear out, screwdriver. Yeah, he don't want to come out this one, folks. So, force is needed. I'll use the end of my pliers here on that. Just give it a little tap. Don't need to go too mad. Well, bloody, the actual headlight, the little jewel has actually come out of the headlight now, that. But that's nothing to worry about. We have got spare ones. I have got a few spare ones. So I can get the holder out, that's what I'll be happy. There, it's out. It's looking a bit worse for wear actually, this holder. So that's going to have to be tidied up a bit, that thing. Here's the trouble with these things, they're very delicate, these holders. And as I said before, you can buy them, but they ain't the best. So if you can help it, try and tidy up what you got. I mean, this just needs a bit of cleaning up, this one. But you've got to be very careful with it because it's so fragile. And I'll put a new jewel in there, so that I'll brighten that one up. So if I'm putting a new jewel in that one, I'm going to probably have to take the headlight out of the other one somehow, without busting the actual thing. Man, it might be just as loose really. It might be a bit loose and come out anyway, so. Is it coming out? Come on, you bugger. Yeah, he's loose anyway, so he would have fell out anyway, so as it happens, it's good that the other one fell out, because now we know that they would have both fell out eventually. So we've got the holders anyway, we can tidy them up, and these two jewels headlights is going to be replaced, so I'm going to chuck those aside for now. I'm not putting them back in, they're a bit dull. But there's all our parts, folks. Look, it's a bit of a mess, I must say, but you know, there you go. What can you do? As you notice with this one, I did drill through that. I threaded through that piece. But I mean, once the old bonnet's in there, I'm going to fill that all up when I rivet this one back together. I'm going to put a rivet in there and I'm going to fill that up and hide that away, because I'm not going to use screws, like I said. But the only thing missing at the moment, folks, for this thing is the actual, what do you call it, the stickers. I'm going to have to try and get some stickers before the end of the video. So most probably it'll be Fleabay to get them. So anyway, let's get on the next bit. We want to strip this. All this got to be stripped. This can go in the cleaning tank, and with the seats can as well. These tyres, they're going to be replaced. I'll probably get well, they'll have to be replaced now. Look, they're all crumbling apart anyway, so they're no good. So that's the end of them, isn't it? They're all breaking off. That you can't use tyres like that. Not if you want to do a proper, you know, a proper restoration. You want to put new tyres on it, really, because a lot of these rebuild tyres, they are very good. You know, they do look the same. Back ones, I think that's just a pair I put on myself. They're not the same ones, they're odd ones. So anyway, that's it. Let's get on and caustic soda on that. I shan't bother showing that again. I'll just bring it back when I've took all the paint off and polished it up. So we'll see what it looks like then. Okay, as you can see, got all the got all that horrible white paint off of this thing. It's all nice and shiny now, all, you know, brushed up, ready to be sprayed with a nice coat of undercoat. So I'm going to give it a bit of undercoat. I'll do that off camera, but I'll show you, you know, when I spray the red on. I'm hoping I've got enough red actually for this one. There's the old bonnet. But when I finish this model, I think all I'm going to be able to do is put the numbers on the side, because I'll have to print them myself, because I can't wait for the actual proper ones to come through. But I'll show you in a later video anyway how it's come out. Once I've got the old box made and everything, I'll show you it. There's the boot all done. That's all been sprayed up, so that's just got to be done with the red. And that's about it then. And then we'll see what it's like after that. But like I say, I'll show you the red going on in the little spray booth. Okay guys, right, hope we got enough paint for this. Just open. Don't seem very full, this can. I'm gonna have to try and do this as upright as I can, so I can get every drip of paint out of this can, and hopefully I'm going to have enough. I'm very disappointed if I haven't got enough to finish this. Right, I should hopefully have enough to do the actual, whatchamacallit, the bonnet. I mean, that ain't going to be too bad there. Bit of lacquer over that. It's got the red there, it's not too bad at all. So let's see if we can get the bonnet done. Right. Hopefully be enough, please. Starting to go, folks. Well, I'm going to see if I can squirt that last little bit on the actual car, because needs to actually empty this can. So anyway, it looks alright. Once it's been you know, lacquered, that'll be okay. Right, so I've had this screen soaking in here, and I've given it a bit of a scrub, and it's come up very well actually. I have given it a bit of a sand with the old wet and dry as well. So all this needs now is a bit of a polish up really with the old auto and then a dipping in the pledge. I've got it as best as I can. There's a few little tiny scratches there on the edge. I could rub them out, I suppose, before I actually polish it. I won't gob on it this time. I'll use me cleaning fluid. So all I need is a very light sand, the old wet and dry. Like I say, folks, don't do this on any new screens that you might buy, the reproduction ones, because it won't work. It'll just scratch them up. You might get it out with your pledge, but it's not worth taking the chance. All I want is a light sanding of this, just to get them scratches a bit. Yeah, that's a bit better. See, when I get the old polishing wheel on that, when I've dried this off, I should see to that. And I'll give you another little tip, people. This here, I found this in my bits box, and what it is one of them, like a rubbery type, hard plastic rubbery type washer, what you nail on roofs, you know. And it's ideal if you've got a screen and you don't want to scratch it, you've got bits of paint chips on there, you just use the edge of it and it acts as like your nail. If you haven't got hardly any nails like me, it's ideal. And I leaves it in there. It's a nice little thing. Right, take my seating out. That can come out now. That's nice and clean. The old paint's come off of that. There's a few bits on there. And I'll show you that with that there. Like I say, there's a bit of paint there. That if you just rub it on there, yeah, it's gone. It acts as like your like it's your nail, but it doesn't damage the actual plastic. It works ideal. So let that dry. That's going to dry. I'll get my headlights out now. I stuck the headlight things in there because they needed a bit of a clean up. The little holders, they got to be washed out. I can find the other one. He's here somewhere. There he is, hiding away. I can get the bloody thing out. It keeps on floating away. There he is, sticky there. Stuck to my finger now. Right, let's put this out of the way. I'll give all that a dry off a minute and then I'll start polishing it. Right, I don't know if you can see this. I think you should be able to. This is where I've been using the old wet and dry on it, and you can see it's very scuffed. But you can't help that. I mean, that's the only way you can actually get deep scores out of it. But after I put this on there, this should take most of that out. So I'll put a bit on there. I'm just going to rub it in with my actual, because I don't want it going everywhere. Just give it a rubbing like that with your wheel before you start anything, and then a bit on there. You only need a little bit. I mean, doing this would take some of it out, and then put the rest. I might have to put another bit on actually, but don't want too much on your wheel, see, because otherwise it's going to go everywhere. Right, start doing this now. I'll slow it down a bit really. You only want it low this when you're using one of these. You don't want it too fast. Just a slight bit of pressure, not too much, because otherwise you'll burn the screen. And most of this should come out. Excuse me. Speed it up slightly, I suppose. But you've got to be careful, because you don't want to ruin the screen. You don't want to burn it, you know. That's not too bad for that. See, this should get rid of all them little scuffs I showed you. Right. Like I said, you only need a little bit on there. Just give it a wipe off afterwards with your rag. And your actual, whatchamacallit, the, I forgot what it's called now, pledge. That should finish it off. So give it a really good clean once you've finished doing that. Get all the polish off, because you want your pledge to stick on it. If you see any little tiny bits, just go over it again. There, right, if you look now, it's a little bit better. That's cleaned it off a little bit. It's got a bit of a shine there now, that, see? And once that's had the pledge treatment, ain't going to be too bad. There's a few bits at the back there I might try and get out, but apart from that, once you put this in the old stuff now, it should come out like a new screen. It's come up a lot better than I thought it was. I thought I'd have to buy another screen for this one. Once I saw the state of the paint on it and all that, I didn't know what was underneath that paint. But I mean, looking at it, it's not too bad at all. So I shall, I'll give that another going over, off camera, just say 2 bits there, and then I'll dip that one, and then we'll come back. I've already cleaned the seats out, as you can see. I've got the steering wheel back in, new tyres is on. I put some new tyres on the wheels. These here were seized up slightly, they weren't turning very nice, so I'll pull these pins. Only just pull out of these bits here. You just pull them out, and I've re-pushed them back in. You don't have to glue them, you can if you want, but you don't have to. And I've actually cleaned all the axles up so they spin nice and freely, because I think there was like some paint or something on there stopping them from turning. Same with these. I've cleaned all these axles up, so they're all spinning now, as you can see. And that's about it then. There's the mud guards that go at the back. They've been repainted. They're a bit scrappy, but they'll be alright. You're not going to really notice them like that very much. All I've got to do now is just put a bit more. I might brighten this up a bit on the actual engine. Paint that over again with the old whatchamacallit, the Molotov, just to, you know, brighten it up a bit, and then we can get this one put back together. I've got to let the shell dry because I've had to varnish that now, so that's drying. So the next scene, the next clips will be reassembly, I should think, and then we'll take a look at it on the turntable. But like I say, I'm not too sure I can get the old decals on it yet, so I might have to show you it again at a later date when I've got my decals on it. Just an update on it. because I'm going to have to wait for decals to come. If I can do another way of like printing some off myself, I'm still looking, I will. But let's get on with the next bit. Well, as you can see, folks, it's all sprayed up now. And I did say I don't think I'd be able to get any decals. Well, I couldn't. So I printed some up on my computer. Open. I made this one up for the bonnet, and I've got an actual official East African Safari Rally logo online, and made the rest up myself. So this is not the Corgi style one. It's a customized one I made myself. It looks a bit clearer than the actual Corgi one, actually. So hopefully that'll come out alright. So what I want to do now is get these decals on here and give this a nice, good, lacquering, just to seal them in. So I'm going to get on with that in a minute, and then I'll bring it back once I've done that. It'll be a lot easier for me to do this without filming it, because at the moment I've got this camera in front of me, and it's a bit awkward to line things up when you're trying to do it at a distance, because my eyes aren't the best at times. So it'd be a lot easier for me to get these decals on and then show you it once I've varnished over the top of them. You all know how to put decals on. You soak them in a warm water. You're supposed to use warm water. I use this cold. But you put a little bit of little drop of washing up liquid in the water, and they sink then. So you know how to do that. So you don't really need to see that. But I'll bring it back as soon as I've done it. Right in the next scene, I should bring it back, and then it'll all be lacquered, and hopefully the stickers look alright, or the decals I should say, or decals. So let's get on and do that. Okay guys, what do you think? I'm just letting this dry at the moment. Oh, I nearly dropped it then. Kind of that. As you can see, I've lacquered over the actual number, and it doesn't look too bad. It's come out pretty good, I think. Quite pleased with that, how that's come out. For an homemade, decal. And the bonnet. There's the bonnet decal. I think it's a lot better than the actual Corgi one, to tell you the truth. I don't know if you can see the writing on it. If I can zoom in a bit for it. Hang on. Let me get it in the hand. If I zoom in slightly. Let's get it focused up here a minute. There you go. There's the bonnet sticker. Or decal, I should say. Decal. Stickers aren't very good because they don't stick on the bonnet properly, but these decals, they seem to, you can mold them over the actual, bits of the bonnet moldings. So yeah, quite happy with how that's come out. It's going to look alright when it's put back together, but I'm going to have to wait for that. You won't, of course, as always. For you, it'll be a few seconds. Oh, before I get to the next bit, I've also done the screen. I'll show you the screen. It's had a dip, and I've put the actual decal on the back of there as well, which was a homemade one. And there it is, Nairobi, and that fitted like, well, perfect. And the actual screens come out nice as well in the dip. So there you go. This car's going to look nice when he's all finished up. Yeah, so far I'm pleased with how it's gone. And the other thing I've done is I put new jewels in the headlight cups, so they'll look nice when they're put back in as well. So like I said, before we go any further, I've got to let all this dry, and for you, it's going to be like a few seconds to the next scene. You can see my fag burning away there. I know it's a bad habit, but everybody got bad habits. And then for me, I'm going to have to let this go overnight at least, or maybe the next night, because I want to make sure it's really hardened up nicely before I start handling this and putting it back together. But anyway, so far so good, folks. It's looking good. And I've got me, like I said, I've got my little rhino to go with it. Not the proper one, but it'll suffice for now. So see you next bit. Okay then. Like I said, a few seconds for you, but this is the next day, and what I've done, off camera of course, again, I shouldn't keep doing that really, because you lot likes to watch it, what happens. But all I've done, I haven't glued these in, I've just pushed them in because they're pretty tight, and I've just detailed up under the bonnet, that's all. I mean, in the actual original one of these, this is painted silver for some reason. Why somebody on a rally would have silver boots and silver rope, I don't know. You tell me. So I've done it like, I mean, the rope, I've done it at brown. I've touched up that wheel brace thing with the silver and done the boots black. And I think it looks a lot better. But I know it's not how the original model looked, but how often do you're going to look under the bonnet like that? So anyway, we'll put this one back together, I think, now. Let's get our shell, put our glass in, because I am dying to see how this looks, to tell you the truth. We'll get our bonnet hitched underneath, and we'll get the boot hitched under there, because that goes under that, or you know, on that glass piece. Now this is the awkward bit now. I think what I ought to do really is put that wheel, the steering wheel on first, before I go any further, because I've got to get that, you know, that bar's got to face that way, so the flat piece got to be that side, isn't it? So I'm going to turn that so the flat piece is this side. Then we can put our bonnet in place, and we can put our little boot in place. I'm going to have to hold that there for now until we get the seats in. Oh, I still don't want to stay there. Let's get this piece in first. Let's push that one in. Right, he's in. And that's going to have to stay in there afterwards. Right, now this there's a mudguard piece here. It goes on the bottom of here somewhere. I think it sticks down through that piece. Pretty sure it slots in them slots there, if I remember rightly. So have I don't want to damage what I've touched up, you see. I don't know why they make these things so fiddly. I think I got it the wrong way round, to tell you the truth. Probably knowing me, I have. I usually bulge things up and put it in the wrong way. I think I have, actually. Because the actual mud flaps are supposed to show the actual Volkswagen bit, innit? At the back, you know what I mean? So if I put them that way round, I might get a bit more success. So just slide that one in there. And that piece, most of them probably, I should scrape a bit of this bloody paint off. I was about doing this, so I might have to touch these up again. Doesn't want to go in there, folks. It doesn't want to go in. It's got to go in though, because that's where it came from. I'll push that across a bit more. There's always something to hold you up. There we go. That's it. Yeah. I might have to just touch that. I might have to touch that one up slightly with a little bit of white paint once we've got this thing back together. But anyway, that's alright for now. That ain't going anywhere. Right, that can wait for a minute. Let's put our bars in. Oh, we got to put the old bonnet piece in there, and I don't know what the hell that's meant to do, but it's there, so it's got to go back. Put a little post in. Might give them a tap actually with something. There, that'll do for that. No, this is a piece that's meant to hold this boot in. Goes there, and that holds the boot in, you see. Oh, well, it's supposed to. I expect it will once I've actually, riveted this thing back together, or screwed it back together. It'll probably stay there then. Right, let's get our wheels on. Our bar in first. Put the old bar in there like that. Put our wheels in. Like that. There's our front wheels. The back wheels in there. And now we put our base plate back. That bloody boot has come out again. He don't want to stay in there. He will do once that back piece is pushed down. That's the only thing stopping that at the moment. Get in there, you little sod. You don't want to stay in there, but he's got to stay in there. Mine is a repro one, so, could be part of the problem. But I ain't got the back down properly yet, so most probably that's what's doing it. It's down now. These are not the easiest things to put back together, folks, these Volkswagens. They're a bit of a pain. Right, if I get a screw in the front of that thing a minute. I'm going to screw it together for now. Just for, just to show you people how it looks on the old turntable. But I intend to rivet this one properly. So I'll get a screw in there a minute. Just to hold it. Stop it going anywhere. And there's only one of these, I think, holes on the back. That's pretty good for the screw. The other one didn't want to know. I think it was that side. And I should get some rivets made up. Yeah, I think this is the side that holds okay, I think. Mine, that's not brilliant, but it's better than the other side, put it that way. And now, can't open the bonnet because of the bloody grill. Well, that's good. That's good, isn't it? Perhaps if I don't know what the problem with that is, why that's happened, I don't know. See, that's what I'm worried about now, is damaging this bonnet. See, it's just catching there. It shouldn't be catching there, really. It should clear that. Perhaps I should have bent this out slightly before I put it back together, because I don't know what damage this has incurred, you see. I'll do it. I only need a slight... Ah, there he is. I only need a little slight bend. Not a lot. Just enough for the actual bonnet, you know, to miss it. And there you go. I know I've got a screw in there at the moment, but when I put a rivet in there, I'll paint that over with a bit of paint. But there you go, folks. Under the bonnet looks a lot better than the actual original thing, I think. Steering all works again. So let's take a look. Oh, I'm not even showing you. Let's take a look at this thing on the old turntable. Well, this is what we started with, folks. Pretty scrappy looking old Volkswagen, trying to look like Herbie. But in fact it's an East African Safari, or not Herbie, what am I on about? Get me out of it now. It's an East African Safari car. So thanks again to Paul Billette, who sent this one in. This is another one from the package he sent me. This is what it looked like to start with, and then after we worked our magic, this is what we've ended up with. Nice sharp lines, nice paint job, decals. Well, I was really surprised they came out like that, like they did. I was really surprised by that. I didn't think I'd be able to do them. But as you can see, what a difference. There's the old Rhino, not the original, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm hopefully going to get a box for this one, so at the end of this video, I shall, if it comes in time, I will show you it with the box on display. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, share, and I'll be back again very soon with another one. So until the next time, it's bye bye from me.